Usually it's me.
Okay, let's do this. You're in the corner. We're here.
Ready?
Yes. Okay, welcome everybody. I am Pamela and I am with Kendra, and we are here to chat with you guys a little bit about our two different perspectives on how we do this doTERRA business. We are both silver leaders and we are Crossline sisters. So we actually were introduced to each other about a year ago, and we talk daily. We probably talk to each other more than we talk to our husbands. We rely on each other a lot in the nitty-gritty of this beautiful business. So I'm going to share a little bit about my journey, and then Kendra is going to finish us off. Okay, so as I said, I'm Pamela Froese. I am a stay-at-home mom. I am married to a farmer, and we have 4 beautiful children. We have 3 boys and a little girl, and these are my crazy little crew right here. It pretty much sums up my daily life.
I love the one. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to just kind of jump into my journey. So how I got started with essential oils, I was introduced to them about 3.5 years ago. I had been using essential oils kind of day in and day out, but not really tapping too much into the natural wellness world. So we were introduced to essential oils, and it kind of blew my mind how quickly things could change for us in our family, from my husband's head tension to his seasonal allergies. I did 2 pregnancies using my essential oils, from pregnancy, birth and labor to postpartum, and that really changed things dramatically for me and really shifted my perspective on taking care of my family with these beautiful tools that doTERRA has given us. So I always recommend moms, especially in this business, to really dig deep into your why. Reflect on how you got started, why you got started with doTERRA, simply as a user, and then kind of how it's progressed into becoming a share. Really lean into that purpose and create that vision for your family, whether it could be financial freedom, whatever it may be, maybe time freedom as well. I never really saw myself here. Probably 4 or 5 years ago, to be truth, I have my master's degree and saw myself working a career job in the police field. But, life happens, and I'm really excited for the journey that God has carried me to now. So that's one thing I always say, is to really, really lean into your why, and always go back to that when you're ever having any self-doubt or any fear. Okay, so I am asked this probably on the daily. How do I juggle? How do I balance life? How to take advantage of the nap time hustle, as I like to call it. So as a busy mama, there are not many hours in the day sometimes that you have quiet time to yourself, or to be able to maybe tackle to your business. So what I do as one of my main tips is, the night before, I like to write out a top 3 to-do list. So these are my core action steps that I know I need to take the following day. So the next day when I wake up, I get the kids off on the bus. There's, watching a quiet movie, whatever it may be. Those are the top 3 things that I need to check off my list, whether it's following up with somebody, connecting with somebody, putting a care package together for a new mom, whatever it may be. That's my 3 steps. And this helps me not feel overwhelmed with maybe the 20 things that I do need to take care of that week. Take advantage of those magic pockets of time throughout the day. So whether it be 15 minutes or an hour, so whether you can find that time during nap time, whether you ask a spouse to come home early and you have that little extra grace period when the kids go to bed, whatever it may be, you really need to be, what's the word I'm trying to say? You need to be intentional about using that time. Shut off social media, quiet your messages, rising early and working in the evening. As we're sitting here and it's well into the evening, this is the time that you might need to really set aside for your business. You might have a lot of early mornings, and you might have a lot of late evenings. And you need to accept that not everything will get done. You need to leave room for grace and flexibility in your life, because you might get called to pick up your child at school, or, as a mom, we know our day can be very unpredictable. And so you really need to give yourself that grace and flexibility throughout the day, and just knowing that if it didn't get done now, put it back on your list as the number one thing to do the next day. And another tip that I was actually very kind of withdrawn from asking was for help in the very beginning of my business. And I've really leaned into that over the course of even the last 6 months, is that if I need help with laundry, I ask. If I need help with more childcare, I ask. And it will do wonder for yourself if you can create those more free pockets of time. So use your oils. This is one of the things I can't stress enough as a mom who may be home all day with your kids, is have them out on the counter. Open them up in the morning. What are you drawn to? Pull out wild orange, the oil of abundance, throw it in your diffuser, toss in a couple drops of balance with it. I can't stress enough diffusion, especially within the home. Also, carry your oils with you. So as moms, we're not always maybe out in the world as we would always want to be with connection with people. So I really have to take those rare opportunities sometimes, whether it's a doctor's appointment or in the grocery store line, that I have my oils, that you're connecting with other fellow moms or women or men about an oil experience. So definitely carry your samples with you, and definitely always have your oils on you. So this is probably one of my top self tips that took me a long time to realize how important it really is. Do not try and serve from an empty vessel. Self-care. I had a long time not really put myself first. You get into the mode of motherhood, and you are sometimes running on a really empty tank, and you really have to step back, and you have to give yourself that extra care that you deserve as a mom. I really believe that doTERRA really awoken this for me. It is an incredible company and an incredible business for the focus that it puts towards this. We just got back from leadership, and I'd say honestly 75% of it was devoted to how important self-care is, which is just such a beautiful thing. So I am really grateful for doTERRA, because I've really realized that I am worthy, and that I want every mother to know that whether they have one child or 5 children, that they need to create this time for themselves, that they need to go with a girlfriend for 20 minutes for a cup of coffee, or, go and book yourself a spa day. It's okay. This is one of the quotes I just stumbled upon the other day, and I absolutely love it. So our role as moms is not just to leave the world better for our kids, but to leave kids who are better for a world. By Wellness Mama posted it, and Katie Wells quoted it. So this really resonated with me, because I truly believe that my children are growing up more aware, more self-aware, more empowered by the tools that doTERRA has given us. Being able to ask for the oils when they're not feeling well, when they're maybe feeling sad, that they know that they need a happy oil. I really truly believe that this is the heart-centered work that we're here for, is within our homes, that our children are the future. And doTERRA has created, not only for myself, but for my family, this possibility. Anything is possible. And I just want to really share that opportunity, that sharing these beautiful oils and this beautiful business And I know I say beautiful a lot, but I really believe that this business is just,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's incredible. So that's kind of my take on, and my little how-tos of how I do this business as a stay-at-home mom. So now I'm going to toss it over to Kendra.
All right. So I am a working full-time mom. My day starts pretty early, get the kids on the bus, go to work. So Pam and I, we didn't realize how much we had in common until we started talking like every day, which has really helped me get through a lot of stuff during the day. So I just wanted to put together some tips that have really, really helped me. My journey started, my youngest, her skin kept breaking out. So we thought she was allergic to something. So we stopped the milk. A girlfriend of mine had said, hey, why don't you try making your own laundry soap with essential oils? I was not a do-it-yourselfer at all. And we did. And within 2 weeks, her skin cleared up. And I was like, that was my aha moment. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this for my kids. Little did I know it had so much more to do with me. I have gone through, I've always suffered from anxiety and went through a bout of postpartum depression with both my daughters. And the oils and the personal development has just changed my life. Like, I'm a totally different person than I was like 3 years ago. And it keeps getting better. So for me, working the 9 to 5, you really have to learn how to maximize your time. I didn't really realize that I was really doing it until we kind of put all this stuff together. Mm-hmm. So driving to work is like, instead of, the rush hour traffic, pop in a podcast or listen to a book. These are some of my favorites. So The Power of I Am by Joel Osteen. This one I was introduced to, and those 2 words and what follows it will change your life. It will change your energy, and you don't realize it until you're saying it over and over. I'm the crazy lady in the car that's like, I am confident, I am beautiful, I am amazing, or like, I am smart, and just little things like that kind of just like, it's incredible. I am abundant. Those kind of things, it just shoots it off to the universe. And it's amazing what your energy, the people that are attracted to that. Braving the Wilderness is another one. So Brene Brown, 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. This one is a game changer, especially if you suffer from anxiety. It's pretty powerful. Those 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're having a bad day, your kids don't get up on time, you're running late. These are some really good books. The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I'm reading that one right now. And then The GoPro by Eric Worre. This is a quote that I was really, really drawn to. I'm just going to move me out of the way. So I've made it a priority to practice self-care so that I never lose my fight or drive to inspire change for others. I was just really drawn to it because self-care, like we said, we are moms and we tend to put a lot of people before ourselves. So this is kind of something that I've learned. Okay, your lunch breaks. So you can go for your lunch, you can, sit in the cafeteria, gossip with everyone upstairs, or you can focus on your business. So for me, this time is so sacred for me. I do a lot of one-on-ones. I will meet people for just coffee to get them started. If they have any questions, if they want samples, wellness consults to kind of show them what doTERRA is all about and what we have to offer. I use a lot of my lunch breaks for that time. I do one-on-ones, two-on-ones, mentoring calls. Pam and I talk a lot on my lunch breaks. Taking my walks, I also listen to my podcast. So my car ride is about 45 minutes each way. So that's about an hour and a half of personal development throughout your whole day. So think about it. We all have 168 hours a week, and it depends on how you use them. Some people will sit in front of and watch the TV for hours. That's okay. I'm not saying anything, but you could be doing something else. My kids are in competitive cheerleading. I use that time for my business as well. Taking time for you. You can go downstairs or go to the gym. And it's really amazing to clear your head. Working in corporate, there's a lot of stressful attributes for your job. And it's good just to kind of step away, get some fresh air, and clear your head. It's another way to build relationships with others. So people in the office just heading for a quick walk, even 5 minutes around your building, let's say, will change your life. Next, please. Okay, so get clear on your vision. I didn't know what a vision board was until a couple years ago. My girlfriend had introduced me to them, and now she's teaching classes, and I love it because it really gets you crystal clear on your vision. Because when things get tough, and Pam and I, we don't sugarcoat anything. So people will not show up for your classes. People will not enroll. People will say no, but to me, that just means not right now. Your vision will keep you going. So it's really, really important for you to be super clear on your goals, like on your vision. So it could be income goals. Do you need to make an extra $300 to $500 extra a month? Do you want to make your salary with doTERRA? Family goals. Do you want to take vacations with your family? Things like that. So you want to get crystal clear, because when things get tough, that's going to be big enough to keep you going. Okay, so ways to meet new people. So I didn't realize the importance of networking and how easier it is in the corporate world. Because when I met Pam, I'm like, oh my gosh. And I have people all the time in my office where Pam has to go out and meet everyone. So I kind of changed my view on the way of the corporate world to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm giving all these people that I'm here to help. I always build a relationship first. So I never just be like, hey, like here's doTERRA, or any network marketing company you can do that with, right? So I really build the relationship first. Creating small talk, so meeting people for coffee or water. I'm a really good listener. So I listen to little cues like, hey, oh, my back hurts from sitting at a computer all day, or I have a headache from staring at the screen. I offer up my peppermint, my deep blue, any products that I know will help them. I'm very fortunate. We do wellness events about twice a year at work. I make sure that I am like the first one that signs up for those classes, because I want people, or events, because I want people to see my face, and I want them to know that I'm there to help them, and I want them to feel really good. So this is a really good quote from Michelle Ward, was, don't tell me what you do and what you want me to do before I know your name. I just find, just get to know that person and see how you can best serve them and help them. Okay. Sorry, my daughter's over there. Be the product of the product. So I use my products daily. Just like Pam said, you want to show that you use them. You don't want to be posting them and not incorporating them into your life. So I carry this little case with me, and it has my roller balls all the time with me. I have them on. I post daily. So these are some of my pictures. We go traveling. So Pam and I just got back from leadership, and I bring my oils. I bring my diffuser. I bring my oils, everything. And it was so funny when we were in LAX, the security guard's like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's a holder for my oils. And he's like, this is a really good one. So it just starts conversations with people, even if they're not going to get the oils from you. You're just kind of putting that little seed in there that they'll know that there's something else out there. Think of how you can help others and help them feel amazing in their body. Because like we've been told, you don't realize how amazing your body is supposed to feel. Diffuser blends, we wear them as perfume. So we have like a no scent policy at work. So a lot of the times I will just put it on the bottoms of my feet, and sometimes I'll just sneak it on the back. And yeah, we travel, post pictures. That's what I do. Okay, so this is my favorite one. So spouse on board. Anyone that knows my story or has gotten to know me long enough knows that I have a huge vision for my family. This is my beautiful husband. I absolutely adore him. He has made me a better woman, and my first strength is futuristic. And so I see the big picture down the road. My husband sees it right here. So for him, it took a really, really long time to get on board. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of arguments. He saw it as I was taking time away from the family, which I obviously don't want to. But there's something bigger down the road. but now it's funny because now he's seeing the residual income coming in, which is helping to pay for our daughter's cheerleading, which anyone that knows, it's not a cheap sport to be in, but they love it. And that's what they do. Family vacations and things around the house. So just having that residual income has been really, really helpful for us. And number one, your spouse might not be on board, but trust me to stay strong. And this is why your vision needs to be really big and really strong, because there's going to be hard times and there's going to be arguments. And if I just said, oh, my rollerball just broke on the floor. Sorry. Oh dear God. Okay. So this is great.
Keep going. It's good.
If I would have just given up and threw my stuff on the floor, then I wouldn't have had the beautiful relationship that I had with Pam, or that I wouldn't have been able to like travel to California, or I wouldn't be able to go to Utah and meet these amazing women and men that are changing the world. And if you notice in the hat, in the picture, he's wearing his doTERRA hat. I brought that back from leadership. And first thing, as soon as I opened my suitcase, he's like, oh, you got me a new hat. And to me, that's his way of kind of, okay, I'm accepting that you're doing this. And he's the one that's like, hey, what classes do you have? What events do you have? What's going on this month? Because he's a huge golfer. So we really try and make everything work with our schedules.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, stop share.
Aw, she's so cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was really awesome. I think spousal support is something that can take time, and we're both in the different scenarios of it. So it's really important to have these cross-line communications, because you might not always have your spouse's support right away in the very beginning. So I find that having built these relationships with, other people on various teams, it is a support that is definitely needed. I am just very thankful that we're able to share. I know we're going to be doing a lot more of this. We definitely love to kind of see where we are at in this business, whether you're even in a different network marketing business. That's the kind of beautiful thing of this, is that it's really relatable, I think, coming from the corporate world and coming from the stay-at-home mom. So we just wanted to share little tidbits, and I think that you will be seeing a lot more of us.
Awesome.
Okay, see you later. Bye.